Hi, this is Lori, and I am discussing the collaboration I've seen both in my fieldwork and specifically my fieldwork intervention assignment. Um, by its nature, special education is collaborative. You need a team of people to really work together in order to be successful with the student as the center. Um, for my daughter, we like to call it Team Becca. Everybody needs a team. And in my field work, I collaborate quite regularly with the speech and language pathologist, with the occupational therapist, with the physical therapist, with the APE teacher. I collaborate with our instruction specialist and the ELD specialist, and together we problem solve. I also collaborate with other special education teachers on my team. We often work together to kind of brainstorm a case or share a child between us who might be better in an intervention with one of us, even though they spend the majority of the day with the other one. I collaborate with instructional assistants and also with parents. Huge collaboration with parents because they are really the child's best and first teacher, and they are with them much longer than I am, and they see them in a lot of different environments that I don't see them in. And often a parent will tell me they're having an issue with something that I don't see at all in the classroom. And then that's when we have to collaborate and look at what can we do, what evidence-based practices can we implement, what support can we get for them in school and outside of school. I collaborate with the counselor and also with our behavior intervention specialist on campus. It's a lot of collaboration. You just are in and out with so many people all the time, and always with the student as the center and the focus. Usually our collaboration is done in informal settings, but also formally within an IEP meeting or a parent conference or a student study team meeting. But also we have GLC meetings. Lots of times in those we're looking at data and instruction and where we can improve. We collaborate at a district level together. Once a month we meet with instructional specialists for the special ed department and discuss whatever topic is the topic of the month. Usually that's continuing ed for us, but sometimes it's student-centered. We collaborated last month on how to do student passports for our kiddos for when we are absent, so that the receiving teacher or the substitute teacher or the summer school teacher has that good understanding of, things that you just don't get from IEP at a glance. What is the calm down strategy that works? What is the thing that will escalate the behavior? Is there a behavior intervention plan? What are the things that sensory-wise are best to support or avoid? What are the preferred activities? All those things. So it's just a lot of collaboration. And what makes it effective is really doing it regularly, doing it with a shared sense of norms for keeping it productive and professional, and also really clear communication among everybody, so nobody is kind of left out of the loop. I also collaborate with our school psychiatrist psychologist quite a bit. She's not the best collaborator in return, so sometimes that's a struggle, but even when it's a struggle, it's important. Is part of my field work assignment, I collaborated with my principal, also the behavior intervention specialist in school, my instructional assistants, and the speech and language teacher to all work together to support my intervention, which was functional communication training for one of my students. And together we agreed on a plan, the steps to the plan, and how we would document and evaluate that. We made sure we were all trained together and using the same language. We didn't start it everywhere. We started it in the classroom, but then transitioned it into the speech and language setting for when this student went out of my classroom into speech groups, because that same behavior was occurring there. We worked together to discuss how things were working, if they weren't working, why, how could we better support the intervention. Did we need one primary person doing the intervention, or did we need the other people to support, and sometimes have it be two people or tag teaming people to really make sure the student has the supports they needed. Do I feel it was successful? Absolutely. Do I think I could have done it on my own? Not as well, by far. Do I think that this particular student needed all of us? Yes. Because, if the student learned to use that request for a break and then had the task reintroduced, but then when he went to speech and he requested a break, it wasn't honored, then that kind of unraveled what we did. So we really had to make sure that in all settings this student went to, everybody was aware of the game plan. And to do that, we really kind of layered support. So started with me, and then it became me and our behavior intervention specialist, and then working together. And then I had the behavior intervention specialist work with my instructional assistant, and they worked together. And then I had the student, when the student went to speech, I had the behavior intervention specialist or the instructional assistant go with him a few times to kind of help support the speech teacher, so that we made sure it successfully transferred there as well. Having all those people working together really kept it positive. And I mentioned our principal. Because the student knows that the thing he's working on, that the principal monitors, in this case, it was our reflex math that we do as a school. I made sure the principal came in and really reinforced and did some PBIS stuff for this student to show that he really noticed and appreciated that he was improving his ability to complete that assignment. Also, the parents were involved, and I communicated daily, or I generally communicate daily with them, not just because I was doing this functional communication, but through our parent communication dojo, which I have to use because there's a language barrier there. I really made sure that I let the parents know when I was seeing improvement, and shared with them what we did in case they wanted to then use that in the home setting as well. So all in all, it feels like I didn't say enough, because collaboration is really a huge part of my job. But I guess I'm going to run out of time. So thank you very much for this opportunity. This is my last journal, so bye.